It's a direct assault on state autonomy, says the Chief Minister, calls for unity against the Communal and Targeted Violence Bill of 2011. Over 100 cadres arrested across Tamil Nadu and Puducherry for protesting the delay in uniform syllabus implementation. No relief for Amma yet in the disproportionate assets case. Karnataka High Court orders stay till August 4th for investigation. Claiming the Dilshan murder case was foisted on him, K. Ramaraj, retired army officer, now files for bail. Truckers in South India go on indefinite strike from August 18th, displeased by various promises made in 2010 not delivered by the government. Distributors Federation to decide on slashing ticket prices to pave way for increase in audience numbers. The girl student gets a preference in the educational loans offered by Indian banks, significantly lower loan payments.
We continue to appraise the loan applications, education loan applications through the web-based online system, and also 50 basis point concession for girl students is being given.
It's a 2-week deadline for the government for a complete report on the number of illegal sand stockyards that cause escalation in sand quarrying prices. Good evening, you're watching Headlines Now. I'm Natasha Doraiswamy. Lots of news coming your way from the state, but also lots of news coming your way also from the national front. Here's a look at the headlines. Even as the impact of the Hegde report is being felt, the Supreme Court suspends all mining in Bellary on environmental grounds. With several MLAs and MPs backing him, B.S. Yediyurappa makes fresh demands of the BJP's central leadership. Being firmly indicted in the Santosh Hegde report doesn't stop the Reddy brothers from demanding an apology from the Karnataka Lokayuk. Kalmadi seeks permission to attend Parliament. The court asks, what's the need? How many times have you attended in 5 years? Another US university faces allegation of visa fraud. Authorities promise to protect the rights of Indian students. England lose quick wickets and after India wins the toss and puts the home team into bat in the second test at Trent. Well, could the proposed communal and targeted violence bill really be against the constitutional principles of state autonomy? Well, the Chief Minister certainly seems to think so. Today, she called for complete unity to go against the bill set to be introduced in the ensuing Parliament session, as it undermines the power of the state governments. She went on to say that the bill is a direct assault on the power of autonomy in the state and will promote distrust, helping the centre to act arbitrarily against the state governments. 2011 is Meanwhile, certainly no relief for the Chief Minister, no end yet to the disproportionate assets case against her. The Karnataka High Court today granted interim stay till August 4th to continue investigation in the case by Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption. Justice V. Jagannathan granted the stay on the petition filed by the DMK General Secretary K. Anbaragan. DMK General Secretary K. Anbaragan is in his petition filed 10 days ago, had challenged the decision to conduct further investigation of the disproportionate assets case against Jayalalitha. Now, the court then had ordered an issue of notice to the Special Public Prosecutor and the DVAC, Chennai. The trial court has posted a hearing of the application filed by Jayalalitha seeking exemption of her personal appearance in court on August 1st. Well, the uniform syllabus protest by DMK cadres was on throughout Tamil Nadu and neighbouring Puducherry all day long. In Chennai, over 20 cadres were detained by the Saidapet police station for demonstrating outside a school. The message of the protesters has been that the school children join in the protest, demanding the uniform syllabus books to be presented to them at the earliest. DMK has accused instrumental in strapping the term exam papers. Now, there were more protests outside the state as well. The former Chief Minister of Puducherry, Janaki Raman, has been reportedly arrested for showing support for the implementation of uniform syllabus. Also, as you can see on your TV screens, these are protests from Ulundur Pettai, which is where the former MLA Tirunakavar Tirunavakarasu, along with 20 other DMK cadres who reportedly went to a school and prohibited students from entering the premises, have been arrested by the police. Now, the DMK-backed advocates of the Madras High Court took to the streets today to protest against the Tamil Nadu government for non-distribution of the uniform syllabus textbooks for school students. On the other hand, the AIADMK-backed advocates of the Madras High Court also immediately took to the streets against the DMK advocates and raised slogans in support of the Tamil Nadu government's moves so far. While the DMK advocates shouted for implementation of the uniform syllabus this academic year, the AIADMK-backed advocates shouted in support of quality uniform syllabus, which the AIADMK regime has been in talks about. Well, the question of illegal sand stockyards in the state has become a rather large issue now. In an order from the Madras High Court today, it asked the Tamil Nadu government to submit a report on illegal sand depots within 2 weeks. This direction came in a public interest litigation filed by Yuvraj of the Sand Lorry Owners Association, who stated that the government did not implement GO 32 of 2011 to keep in check these illegal sand yards. Also in his petition, Yuvraj made it clear that due to illegal stockyards flourishing, there in turn was a price of escalation of sand quarrying to unprecedented levels. The GO 32 makes valid permits mandatory for transportation of sand. The first bench gave the state government 2 weeks to file the report on specific action taken on illegal hoarding of sand.
Madras High Court heard the matter today and has directed the government to file a status report on the action taken against those who are indulging in the second sale activities of sand. This will have a big impact on sand rate available to the consumers, because the government fixed rate for each unit of sand is only 626 rupees, whereas it is when it is sold in second sale, it is quoted at 3,000 rupees. So if this GO is implemented properly, this will bring down the sand price in open market to as low as 6,000 rupees per load, as against the 19,000 rupees now.
Well, in what will have a rather cascading effect on transportation of goods in truck and freight movement across South Indian states, the South Zone Motor Transport Welfare Association have now taken a call for truckers to go on strike in South India and Maharashtra from August 18th. The truckers have been extremely unhappy about the lack of implementation of a toll concession agreed upon in 2010 by the state government. South India and Maharashtra alone account for around 20 lakh trucks that will go out of function on August 18th. And joining us live for a discussion, Sanjay Nagpal, Secretary of the Chennai Goods Transport Association, joins us now to give us a little bit more insight on what the situation really is with this particular strike come August 18th. Now, sir, what's the main reason behind the truckers really going on strike from August 18th? It is going to have a huge impact on transportation of goods.
Yeah, this strike is basically called by SIMTA. From August 18th of midnight 2011, and their main demands are: first is there is a price hike in toll charges to revive that. Second is about diesel, recently the price hike in the diesel. Third is third party insurance premium has been hiked by the insurance companies, so they want some revision in that. So these three reasons are the major for this strike.
Well, talking about the toll charges itself, can you tell us how much each truck has to pay at toll gates in the northern states? As we know that in the southern states, truckers complain of extra money being charged at the toll gates. Do tell us.
Approximately, I could say there is a difference about 30 to 40% difference is there.
30 to 40% difference. All right. Now, do you think, sir, this strike will affect the common man really?
Yes, of course, this strike will affect the common people. First, approximately 24 lakh trucks are expected to go off the road, and all the essential commodities, definitely there will be increase in the price. There is a revenue loss of 2,000 to 2,500 crores per day is expected, and all the port clearance, mainly all the port clearance will be affected if the strike goes on.
Well, lastly, talking about the Chennai Goods and Transport Association, you're not planning to participate in this strike. Could you tell us why?
No, we have called for an urgent executive council meeting to decide on whether to take part on this strike or not. That committee will decide. We have called for an urgent executive council meeting regarding this strike.
Well, thanks, Mr. Sanjay, for joining us and giving us that insight into what really is the reason behind these truckers going on strike on August 18th. Well, because of the disappointment really of the fact that toll concessions primarily have not been implemented by the state government. Well, we go into a short break at the moment, but coming up on the other side, are your movie tickets too high? That's the question. The film distributors meet to decide on hike in prices that cause lesser audiences.